Hi, I'm the Global Runner and I'm trying to see if I can still run fast aged 51. So far I've run a 16:01 5k, a 33:02 10k, and now the next step is trying to go under 2:30 in the marathon aged 51. In this episode we get biblical rain in Alberta. I come across a stone cold killer.
That's some serious weaponry. I'm staying all the way over here.
I discovered what was wrong with my quads.
No one ever hurt themselves cross-training, did they? Well, actually, I found out what has been causing my problems with my quads, and it's from cross-training.
And two of my girls get their main character moment.
Sunday, early o'clock. Me and a couple of friends are off to do a long run in Banff. I grabbed a coffee. I have had a banana and a cereal bar. I choked them down. I really didn't fancy them, but oh well. I'm going to take some Morton gels and some Scratch on the run, and we'll see where we go. So yeah, fueling for the long run. The plan for the run is to do over 20 miles, so probably about 22 miles, about 36 kilometers, with some spice at the end, or some spice in the middle. We'll see what happens. I'm not in charge of this session, so I'll just play along, but it'll be good to have some company for the long run, so let's get out there. It has been extremely unusual weather in Alberta recently. It has been raining and raining and raining. Well, normally we get zero rain this time of year, but we've had nothing but rain. So it's pretty humid. I think we're going to get some dramatic shots of the mountain, like the mountains behind me. It's always good when the clouds are beneath the peaks. Pretty good spot to run.
So we pretty much made this one up on the spot. There was a little bit of negotiation at the start. I think we all agreed that we wanted to do a long run beyond sort of 32k, probably in the 35k marks at 21, 22 miles. And we wanted to put a bit of spice in. And so what we settled on was 3x5k. And the first 5k was going to be at 4 minutes a kilometre, and then the next 5k was going to be at 3:50 a kilometre, and then the next 5k was going to be about 3:40 a kilometre, which is just under 6 minute miling. And we did it. We did a really good effort. The first 5k we hit as we wanted to. The second 5k was a little bit faster. The third one we were all suffering a little bit, and so we only made it to 4k, which is fine. I don't think we needed to insist on it, and I'm happy with the results. I wasn't able to put the stats on the screen like I normally do because there's a mountain that you can't see but we're looking at right now, and that mountain I think blocks the satellite, I guess, and so the GPS signal is a bit dodgy back where we are here, but we're on a loop around Banff Golf Course and we saw a massive coyote, and there's usually plenty of wildlife, so it was really good running with people and we had a good session. Very happy with it, and this is what I said about it at the end.
Oh man, that was monster. That was a really good session. So we did a warm-up, nice decent warm-up, and then we did 3 5k efforts. So it's 5k on, 5k off, and the 5k efforts got progressively faster. We were doing sort of marathon pace at the end there, which was about 5:40-ish a mile or 3:30-ish a kilometre. Didn't quite get to the fifth kilometre. Did about 4k on that one. So that was a super good effort. Happy with that. We're at decent elevation as well. Amazing course. Like, it's a perfect 5k loop and has some, good undulation on it. So love that loop. Maybe a tiny bit early to be doing that, which is why I didn't push it. I didn't feel the need to just force that last kilometre. So happy with that. Early doors, great run. Massive bus. We're a long way before the marathon, and I didn't see the need for any heroics today. I didn't see the need to push that last kilometre. There is plenty of time for heroics, and today is not the time we need that. So really happy with that run. Arguably a tiny bit early for that type of thing, but you know, you've got to help your boys out, haven't you? One of the guys there is 3 weeks ahead of me in training because he's doing Chicago, and he wanted, you know, some spice in it. So I think that was pretty good. I think we did a good thing. So time for a dramatic drive home through some really cloudy mountains, and then coffee time.
Happy with that week. That was deliberately an absorption week where I came back off the mileage. Remember, the previous week I had run significantly higher mileage, so I was at sort of 175 kilometers, like 110 miles, and this week was a much easier week in terms of mileage. But I did add a few sort of pace sessions in. We did the 3x5k on Sunday, which you've already seen, and then Wednesday was sort of a mini double threshold day where I did 15 by a minute on, a minute off, and then in the evening I did a longer run, but the meat of the run was 20 minutes at 6 minutes a mile, or 3:43 a kilometre, which is like steady state running. And I really find that those sessions in particular really give good bang for the buck. Like, I really feel like those types of sessions where you're comfortably hard really push the needle forward. Other than that, Monday was a pretty decent day in terms of mileage. So Sunday and Monday backing up, really good things to do, back up long days, I find. And then I did do a bike at the very end of the week. Thursday was a nice relaxed day. And the plan is to make sure that next week is super high mileage. So we're going to go back onto the high mileage and make sure that we really hit some big miles in the coming weeks. And I don't really want to give myself a target, but maybe we can see if next week we can get even higher than 175. Who knows? Maybe even 200 kilometers. That's ambitious, but we'll see if we can get there. Overall, super happy with the week and super happy with the way the body is feeling, and just really excited to get some more big mileage under my belt.
No one ever hurt themselves cross-training, did they? Well, actually, I found out what has been causing my problems with my quads, and it's from cross-training. So I did do an exercise of the week where, and I don't have one here, but I had like a ball, you know, like one of those big round exercise balls, and I would do a plank on it. So I would have my legs out at the back and I would be leaning on it, and I would stir it like that, both ways. And I found that really effective, and it was good for my core, like my abs, and it was also good for my lower back. The problem though is that, and Tyson, the physio, noticed this, is that if my lower back is too tight, like it was working way too hard and it was too tight, so that meant that it was cutting off the blood supply to my quads. So we tried ignoring it. We tried stopping the exercise and seeing if that improved the quads, and it has. So I'm not saying it's definitely that exercise that was causing the issue with my quads, but it seems to make sense that it was. And ever since I've stopped, I've not been having those sort of weird nerve type issues with my quads. I need to find another ab exercise which doesn't impact the lower back so much, but I've stopped doing that one. So that is a warning, public service announcement. So thanks for watching. That was a great week of training. But don't forget to subscribe. Please hit the like button, and I'll see you very soon.